Wow, that's low. So you can see my tires are currently at 37 and 38 PSI, and it is 30 degrees Fahrenheit. Hey guys, good morning, good morning. Welcome back to the, you know what? Usually I upload these videos at night, so maybe I should be saying good evening, even though I'm shooting them almost always in the morning. Anyway, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today's video, I want to discuss tire pressure as the temperature outside changes. Now, this comes up because I've noticed that I get a lot of questions about tire pressure, and there seems to be a bit of confusion surrounding this. So, also I've had people ask about nitrogen in tires. There are nitrogen tire filling stations. So I wanted to explain a few things. First, tire pressure is important for a lot of reasons, and I'm not an engineer dealing with tires, but I'll give you just some basic knowledge. Tires are designed to have a certain amount of pressure. Now that pressure level affects how much contact patch is on the pavement. It affects how much flexibility the tire, Model 3, how much flexibility the tire sidewalls have for cornering. I mean, there's just ride quality. The softer the tires, generally the smoother the ride, although you'll get a more mushy feel through the wheels. So there's a balance between ride quality and steering feel. Generally speaking, the higher pressure the tires are, the more efficient it is. You have less rolling resistance, there's less contact patch on the pavement, all of those things. Well, with most cars, most cars require 35, 38, sometimes 40 PSI of pressure. Hybrids and electric cars are typically around 50 PSI is what's recommended. Now, with this car, in the summer, I try to keep it right around 50 PSI. Now, I will get in the car, let's say it's a summer day, and I wake up at 70 degrees outside, and it's going to heat up to 85 or 90 Fahrenheit. I may go out to my car and see that it says 46 PSI. I start driving the car, the weather warms up, the friction of the tires on the pavement warm them up, and all of a sudden I'm at 50 or even 51 PSI. Well, the reverse also holds true. As the temperature drops, the tire pressure reduces. Now, contrary to what many people think, that reduction is not a leak. I mean, it can be, and in the cold weather, yeah, you can have a leak between the tire bead and the rim. I mean, you can have leaks. I'm not saying that you can't, but if all four tires are dropping in pressure equally with the temperature, then it's not a leak, it's just the temperature. Air expands as it heats up, and it contracts. Most gases, gases expand when you heat them, they contract when you cool them. And different gases do this at different rates, hence the nitrogen, and I'll get to that in a minute. So in this car, at 90 degrees outside, with some basic light driving, my tire pressure is right up at 50 PSI. However, right now it's below freezing. It's about 30, well, I got outside, it was 30, it says 31 degrees Fahrenheit right now, which is 0 or 1 below Celsius. I get out to my car, there's another Model 3, a red one. I get out to my car and I'll look, and like this morning, it's high 30s. Now, it's already raised. The front two are at 39 PSI, the rears are at 40. So the rears rise in temperature a little bit more than the fronts. I have staggered wheels, so the rears are wider. I don't know if it's the added volume or not. I wouldn't think so, but right now it's 40 PSI, 40 PSI, 40 PSI, and left front is 39. So as I'm driving, the friction on the pavement is warming them up. So, but this time of year, I'm going to be below 40 PSI, and as I drive the car, it's going to be right at about 40 PSI. So I typically will go ahead and add a little bit of air to my tires to get them up into the mid to high 40s. We'll call it 46 or so PSI, warm. So that means in the cold weather, but driving it around, that they'll warm up to about 46, maybe 47 PSI, somewhere in that range. But I have to be careful, because if I leave that much pressure in it, come warm spell, all of a sudden I could have 57 PSI in my tires, and that's not a good thing. So it's important to monitor your tire pressure. And for those of you that don't know about the Model 3 or you just got your car, on this little screen here, you scroll all the way, sweep to the left, so you're at the rightmost screen. There's 3 dots. It would be the rightmost dot, and that shows all 4 tire pressures. So this is an important thing to pay attention to in the winter, is your tire pressure, because the temperature will drop the PSI. In fact, our little BMW, we took it out of mothballs the other day. It was nice and warm and sunny. We took it out to wash it. It's garaged in the winter, and even though I don't have a garage, a friend of ours has a garage, it's garaged in the winter. We wanted to wash it and then put a cover on it. So we wanted it washed clean before we put the cover over the top of it. So we took it out, and my wife called me and said, I've got a low tire pressure warning light. I said, get out of the car, walk around, look at all the tires. She looked at all of them and got back in the car. I said, it's the cold weather. The PSI has dropped inside the tires, and you've gotten that low tire pressure light. A couple days later, my son calls me. Dad, the C-Max, our Ford C-Max hybrid that he has commandeered now, the C-Max, I've got this low tire pressure warning light. I said, come on by, I'll air up the tires. I haven't gotten a warning light on my car yet, but the pressure is low. Again, in the summer, I like it to be up around 50. I'm at 40 PSI for all 4 tires at this point. They're warming up just a touch. So I'm gonna air these up. And then again, in the summertime, I'm very fastidious about tire pressure. And if you have too little tire pressure or too much tire pressure, your tires can wear unevenly. So bear that in mind. You'll get cupping and feathering and all kinds of odd wear patterns on your tires if you have them inflated way too high or way too low. There is a range that you can keep them within, and you're fine. You don't have to focus on getting them to a single PSI accuracy. But so I want to do a series of important winter tips or important temperature tips regarding the Model 3, but this really pertains to any EV, actually most any car this tire pressure video can apply to. But with EVs, it seems like tire pressure is a more critical thing when it comes to efficiency and that kind of thing. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Just a simple quick video for today. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments section below. But yeah, look forward to showing you guys some cool things that I have in the works this winter with the Model 3, both cool upgrades I'm going to do to the car, as well as some interesting ideas for video content that I don't know that I've seen anybody do yet. So keep your eye on the channel. Anyway, thanks for your support, guys, and thanks for putting up with all of my shenanigans and hunting for other EVs and all that. I'm not ordering a Ford Mach-E, at least not yet. So not exactly sure what we're going to do. My channel continues to grow both in viewership and revenue. So by springtime, it may be justifiable that I can go ahead and purchase, order a Model Y. You guys have spoken, and it looks like you definitely, when I was talking about getting a different EV, you guys had, though a lot of people said, and more people in the comments section said, get the Ford so I can compare it. More people said that than said to get a Model Y, but I did notice in that video, when I went to my analytics page, I lost a number of subscribers. Now, not a huge amount, it was just a tiny fraction of 1%, but I did lose some subscribers. So some people are unhappy that I'm even looking at any other EV at all. And so, you know what, I want to provide what you guys want to see. So, and I do believe that the Model Y is, Tesla is ahead of the game when it comes to technology. So, I don't know, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. But for right now, I'm holding off ordering a Mach-E. Even if we buy one, we'll probably just wait till they're in inventory. And maybe by then I'll have a Model Y also. I don't know. So anyway, that's where we're at. I'm still kind of considering getting another short-range EV as a grocery getter for my wife. When my son gets his license, he'll be in the smart electric drive, and my wife's Ford Fusion, it's getting up there in miles, and I'd like a little grocery getter for her that we can also get some content out of. So there's a possibility I might get a Chevy Spark EV or a Fiat 500, or I don't know. I mean, I even considered a used Chevy Bolt, but the Chevy Bolts are over $20,000. That's more than I want to spend, but I don't know. We'll see. But the Model 3 isn't going anywhere. I am piling the miles on this thing, piling them on. I've got 63,668 miles so far and climbing. This car I'm gonna have long term. Even if I get a Model Y, I will not trade this car in. So no worries on that. This is my high mile car. This is my service vehicle. I'm keeping this for the long term. So anyway, thanks a lot, guys. If you have any questions, let me know. Go ahead and leave a comment section, give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, consider doing so. Consider doing so. The more subscribers I have, the more I know you guys are interested in the channel, and the more resources and time I can put into better editing and having some guests on the channel. Wow, another Model 3, a red one. 3 Model 3s in this video alone. That's awesome. So anyway, thanks a lot, guys. Let me know if you have any questions, and catch you in the next video. Bye-bye now.